Good evening, everyone. This is Ribas, and welcome to the sixth podcast in English. This one, si tu ribas, tu rifo, or should I say, if you laugh low, you laugh loud. How are you doing, my licorice furry snails?
Very fine.
Very good.
Having a ball? Having a ball? This is an absolute pleasure to have you all. And for this last podcast of the season, we have a very special guest, Sam Ely, or Ely?
Ely.
Sam Ely, comedian, and a fucking good one. Making you wet your pants, just a bit of promo. Every Wednesday, 8 p.m. He's the MC of the Comedy Lab at the Chat Noir in Paris 11th.
Come on down.
Right.
Oh yeah. Like our Facebook, follow us on Instagram, all that shit.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Like it, too.
So, it will be the last podcast, although I will be posting stuff during summer. It won't be full podcast with an audience, etc. The reason being, I've been booked for Kukul, a festival end of July, which I'm supposed to perform 15... The audience is on absolute fire. For which I need to perform 15 minutes in French, and I haven't performed in French yet, so I need to work my butt off until that time. So retiring from Paris will be good. Will be very helpful.
Yes.
These podcasts though will be slightly longer than usual. There is a small innovation. I mean, it changes all the time, so I guess we're simply disrupting the podcast game hard. But as per the previous week, you all picked an instrument already. So can I have a round of table of instrument? What is your instrument?
Dolphin.
We have a dolphin.
I'm a Chewbacca.
We have a Chewbacca.
I am a condom.
We have a condom.
I'm patty cake.
We have a patty cake.
Fishing rod.
We have a fishing rod.
Lion.
We have a lion.
And John Cena.
And we have a John Cena.
Yes.
John Cena. And I'm the triangle as the most important piece of this. Yeah, obviously. Then that instrument we have to be played according to a melody, and we will choose between two songs for that. So I will need a show of hands for either Eyes of the Tiger or My Way. What is your decision, guys?
Sure.
Eyes of Tiger. All right.
Unanimity.
It is.
It's called democracy. It's democracy. It's democratic.
Okay. Yes, it is democratic. This is a very democratic show.
Ask only English speakers tonight.
Yeah.
Can you take the microphone and put it slightly towards you a little more? Yeah. Because
Is that alright?
I think even more. Because
Even more?
you're not the loudest chap.
Me?
Yeah.
Not the loud,
So,
okay.
yeah. So, all right. So let's be ready for the first musical interlude. You all ready?
Yes.
Ready? Music. And this is the laugh out of me. So for this section, Sam, our very special guest, will be in duel with myself on a dad joke battle. It's going to be bloody, it's going to be messy, and it's going to be tasty. The winner will be the one left with nothing but the pride and another line on his CV. Because I had a great meeting this week with the French Ministry of Education in order to stop this nonsense and get a proper credit and recognition with our deserved accredited institution, nonetheless. So we will have, starting September, a bachelor in international language in French, as in DILF. We will also have a master's in international language in French, as in MILF. And we will also have a doctorate in international language in French, the DILF. So it will be a DILF joke battle this week. Pleased with that? Yeah. Excellent. Then let's
commence.
game on.
So who goes first?
Would you do me the honor?
Sure thing. What do you call a vicar on a motorbike?
A vicar on a motorbike. I'm afraid I don't have the answer.
Rev.
Ooh.
Okay.
Plausible. Plausible.
Okay.
What's 50 Cent name in Zimbabwe?
Don't know what is 50 Cent's name in Zimbabwe.
$400 million.
Very nice.
Don't laugh too hard, because I saw you cracking a smile there.
Did you hear about the man who tried to blow up a fire engine?
No, I haven't.
He burnt his lips on the exhaust. Seeing a smile. Seeing a smile.
No, it's the sun in my, but that's about it. Did you hear about the kidnapping at school?
No, what happened?
No, it's fine. He just woke up.
God, it hurt. How's it go? Sausage and a tomato are frying in a pan. The sausage says, "Oh, it's hot in here," and the tomato says, "Fuck me, a talking sausage."
Okay, that's interesting. What did baby corn say to mama corn?
Don't know.
Where's popcorn?
Jesus Christ. What's Forrest Gump's password?
April.
Run.
One, Forrest, one.
Okay, I give up. KO. Okay. I'm being beaten by my own guess, but it's alright. So you can put that on your CV.
Thank you very much.
And you officially have a DILF.
Excellent. That's all I've wanted.
I'm sure. Ready for the second interlude?
It is possible to get the MILF.
You'll have to apply for it. It's very competitive.
Okay, good.
But you're a clever chap. I'm sure you can pull it off. Ready for the interlude?
Yes.
Yes.
And this is the big piece. The big piece today is the first stand-up piece that I've ever written. I played it at the Burn this year. Talking about shit, what a transition. I read a lot of it. Shit, really no transition. I spend a few hours a day reading, but not really literature, no. It would look too good on me. I make a point of being a disappointment. So rather I read news and magazine and stuff like that. I don't really know why, but it fills me up. It's like I'm waiting for something to happen and it gives me sort of a purpose. I read about politics, economy, science, you name it. And lately I go crazy for documentaries. Any documentaries aficionados around?
Yes.
Big documentaries fan?
Yes.
Animals.
Good. It's a very healthy habit. And sometimes you stumble upon a gold mine. I read this piece about the wombat. You might ask, what is a wombat? Does anyone know what a wombat is?
Never seen that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, do you dare to explain, or shall I?
Impossible.
Okay.
I just say yes.
So do you all see what a zebra is? You all see what a zebra is?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's very different. So now that you all have the same knowledge about what a wombat is, we can dive in. No, I'm kidding. Okay, so the wombat is a marsupial, like kangaroos and shit. So it has a pocket on his stomach. It lives in Tasmania, and it's pretty much the size of a medium-sized dog, between 20 to 30 kilos. And that's about it for the boring stuff about the wombat. For starter, the wombat is digging holes, burrows, just like Rabbit and Pete Doherty. Yeah, Pete Doherty. I mean, does anyone have info on him? I'm kind of worried.
He has opened. We're talking about the singer of the Libertines. So
We are, yes.
He has opened a hotel, I believe in Brighton,
Really?
where he serves. Yeah, true. Where he serves guests. Cups of tea.
Heroin and
No, it's not good for cash. No,
it's a rehab hotel.
It's like a hotel bed and breakfast. He serves them tea. Apparently, he's gone clean. You know, they don't serve alcohol there.
Okay, so
Very.
so my joke is shit. Is that what you're saying?
Pancakes.
Depends. We can cut
All right,
it.
so remind him to send him some flowers to congratulate him on this new endeavor. I'm sure he'll appreciate. But however, these animals, to protect themselves when they dig burrows, they have two options. Either they dig deep enough to be out of reach of predators, or they find something to obstruct the entrance of the burr. And the wombat went for the second option. So it started obstructing the burr with nonetheless but his own ass. It's a true story. The wombat is presenting simply his booty at the entrance, and believe it or not, his booty skin is so tough that eventually when the predators come around, they would bite it once or twice and then leave, bored. For us humans, it would take a very different turn. Imagine, you're in the subway, which is the human equivalent of a burr. You feel threatened, so you take a look behind and see a predator. Arguably, it could work. If you drop your pants, it could throw them off. But I guess it depends on how nice your ass is. For humans, we tend to have a worse image of ourselves. So I wouldn't trust, even if you think your ass is ugly, it could be average. It would be very dangerous in that way. But anyway, that's for the fun fact, the first fun fact. Let's go for the second one. The second one is definitely more interesting. The wombat is a marsupial. So actually he has a pocket on his belly where he keeps his pups. But it also digs burrows. So the opening of the pocket cannot be from the top to the bottom. Otherwise, it would be constantly filled with dust and things like that. So my second joke on Pete Doherty doesn't go well, but it's alright. So Mother Nature, in his incredible genius mind, made the pocket to open from the bottom to the top. So that way, it's not filled. But now, believe that. Close your eyes for a minute and imagine that you're a wombat pups. All right. So you just came out of your mother's womb. No nurses, no warm sheet, nothing. You're on the ground. Your mother is leaking off you bits and pieces of placenta left on you.
I can imagine.
And once you're clean, you manage to climb into your mother's pocket. It's warm and comfy, and that pocket is opening from the bottom. So when your mother stands, you literally have only a pair of tits to hang from, not to fall.
I'm feeling so well.
You would have been a marvelous wombat, I can tell you. But when your mother is starting walking or digging again, then she would lay on her belly, and then you would have 100 times heavier animal crushing you onto the ground. And that pair of tits that you were hanging from become nails trying to crucify you. And if you think that's hard enough, think again. In that position, if you want a bit of fresh air, the equivalent of opening the window and just sticking your head out would be crawling into the opening of the pocket. And in that position, literally, you're between your mother's legs and your above neighbor is an asshole.
Oh.
This is actually your first neighbor. Could be worse, I guess, but not so much. And that's actually from the asshole, from the anus, that the most interesting part of the wombat is coming. The wombat is the only animal that can shit in cubes.
What?
Yes, darling. No, we have animals shitting bowls, other shitting continuous dogs like cows, but no animals, apart from Boris Johnson, are shitting cubes. None of them. So that fact, there is two questions. How and why? To answer the how, there is a lady that goes by the name of Patricia Young. She is a researcher at Georgia Institute of Technology who specializes in nonetheless but body fluids. I need to make a stop there, because who the fuck specializes in body fluids? Can you imagine, you as a parent, your daughter is coming up to you and saying, Daddy, or parent one, depending how progressive your state is, but I want to be a body fluids expert. Now, you've been saving for the last 12 years into your college fund. I think the only reasonable outcome of that would be that you just blow it up in Ibiza with, you're probably divorced, so on your own in Ibiza, you go partying until college dried out, and yeah, your daughter will have to make it come. But Patricia went further on with her studies, and so she eventually became an actual body fluids expert. And so to answer the why, she got sent a dead wombat, so she cut it open, took the intestine out, placed an inflatable balloon into the intestine, blew it out, and surprise, surprise, the intestine, under pressure, it looks like an Nespresso sleeve capsule. Surprisingly enough. So we answered the how. Now the why. It's a bit like the chicken or the egg, or the wombat and the cube. We don't really know why, but evolution theory is telling us that if you need it, you have it. So they had a use for literally shooting bricks. In any case, so the wombat is using its own shit, these own tiny cubes, to build walls in every corner of its territory. Everything is free. Everything is free. You can fact check it. And this is not because there is an immigration problem in Tasmania.
Okay.
I've checked it. I've fact checked it. There is no immigration problem in Tasmania. No, instead, the wombat is making these tiny walls of shit to communicate with other wombats around, to delimitate their territories and give information such as who they know, their age, what they eat. So essentially the wombat with his own poop built his own version of Instagram.
Oh.
Alright, that's it for me. That's it for the big piece. And now some musical interlude, nonetheless. The wrap-up sequence. I initially thought of a wrap-up section where everybody could raise a point that has been bugging them. The idea is to uncover a topic as broad as possible and wrap it up in under 8 seconds. I call it the Rupert Murdoch style of journalism. But everybody can express their opinion, framed in obvious respect and love. So we have 8 seconds to solve the question, should mankind extinct? Yes? No? Should we all die?
Yes.
Today?
We have 8 seconds
Yes. I think we should.
to debate that, if we want a time frame.
Yes.
Not now. I've got plans this weekend.
Okay. So Monday, does it suit everyone?
We,
Monday?
Yeah.
We had a good time.
Next Monday?
Last day.
So thank you very much all for being here and supporting me through that first sort of season of podcast. I'll see you all in September, ready to ramble with improvements. Stay put during the summer. There will be a few surprises coming out. And I love you all. I still didn't find a better ending than Jim Jeffries. We can all do better. So I'll leave it with that. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.